Gamers sound off on the biggest challenges facing the video game industry. The video game industry is facing one of its most turbulent periods in recent memory. Rising game prices, widespread layoffs, the shift away from physical media, and concerns surrounding artificial intelligence have left many players questioning the direction of the hobby they enjoy. While blockbuster releases continue to generate excitement, many fans believe the industry is struggling with problems that go well beyond individual games. Developers are navigating rising production costs, publishers are changing long-standing business models, and consumers are being asked to pay more than ever before. With so many issues affecting the gaming landscape, the question has become, what is the biggest challenge facing the industry today? Rising prices continue to frustrate players. One of the most common complaints among gamers is the increasing cost of playing new releases. Several publishers have adopted higher launch prices for major titles, with some upcoming AAA games carrying an $80 price tag. Combined with premium editions, downloadable content, season passes, and microtransactions, the total cost of a single game can climb well beyond its initial retail price. The trend has sparked debate over whether modern game development costs justify higher prices or whether publishers are placing too much of the financial burden on consumers. Physical games continue to disappear. Another major concern is the gradual move away from physical media. More publishers are embracing digital-only releases, and recent announcements from major companies suggest physical game discs may become increasingly rare in the coming years. Supporters of physical games argue that discs provide long-term ownership, preservation, and the ability to buy, sell, or lend games. Critics of an all-digital future worry consumers could lose access to purchase games if digital storefronts eventually close or licenses expire. As the industry continues shifting toward digital distribution, many collectors remain concerned about what that means for game preservation. Layoffs continue across the industry. The gaming business has also experienced thousands of layoffs over the past few years. Major publishers, including Microsoft, Sony, Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, and others, have all reduced staff despite releasing successful games or reporting strong financial results. The cuts have affected developers, artists, writers, quality assurance teams, and support staff, creating uncertainty throughout the industry. Many players have questioned whether companies have become too focused on restructuring and short-term financial goals at the expense of experienced development teams. Artificial intelligence sparks debate. Artificial intelligence has quickly become another divisive topic within the gaming community. Some studios are exploring AI-assisted development tools to speed up production or reduce cost. Supporters believe the technology can improve efficiency by handling repetitive tasks and allowing developers to focus on creative work. Others worry AI could replace jobs, reduce opportunities for artists and writers, or result in games that feel less handcrafted. As the technology continues to evolve, developers and players alike remain divided over how large a role AI should play in game creation. Hardware costs remain high. Gamers are also feeling the effects of rising hardware prices. Consoles have become more expensive, while shortages of certain computer components and increasing memory costs have contributed to higher prices for gaming PCs. For many consumers, upgrading to newer hardware has become significantly more expensive than it was during previous console generations. These rising costs can make gaming less accessible, particularly for players hoping to keep up with the latest releases. Can player feedback make a difference? Although many of these issues appear difficult to solve, history has shown that player feedback can influence company decisions. Publishers have reversed controversial policies after community backlash, adjusted pricing strategies, delayed unpopular changes, and reconsidered monetization practices in response to consumer criticism. Players have also used their purchasing decisions to send a message, choosing to support companies and games they believe offer good value, while avoiding products that fail to meet expectations. The conversation continues. With so many challenges facing the gaming industry, there is no single issue that concerns every player equally. Some believe rising prices pose the greatest threat, while others point to layoffs, the decline of physical media, increasing reliance on artificial intelligence, or the growing cost of gaming hardware. Many of these challenges are interconnected, making it difficult to address one without affecting another. As publishers continue adapting to changing market conditions and evolving technology, the discussion surrounding the future of gaming is unlikely to end anytime soon. Community reaction. Many gamers believe corporate decision making lies at the center of many of the industry's current problems. Some players argue that large publishers have become increasingly focused on maximizing profits through higher prices, aggressive monetization, and cost cutting measures, often at the expense of employees and consumers. Others hope that independent developers will continue to grow in prominence by focusing on quality games, maintaining closer relationships with their communities, and avoiding many of the business practices that have drawn criticism toward larger publishers. Whether those concerns lead to meaningful industry changes remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. Gamers continue to make their voices heard about the future of the hobby they care about. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I think personally speaking, I think the disappearance of physical media and becoming a rarity is the biggest problem. Um, I do believe most. Well, I don't know about. I don't know. I was going to say I believe publishers are to blame also because they're making the decisions, like the executives. But like I said, PlayStation's also going the route of no more physical media after January of 2028. Um, so yeah, there are um, there are a lot of problems, um, and people have been making their voice heard, especially with I heard people canceling PlayStation Plus subscriptions when they made that when they made their announcement for one. So yeah, speak with your wallet. If a gaming company is doing something you like, support them. If they're not doing something you like, speak with your wallet. That's the way to get them to listen the soonest. Um, as for what the future holds, we'll only find out. Um, we'll only find out as time goes on.